So ever since the 2007 general election, where we had Kibaki and Raila going head to head, and Raila rumored to have emerged victorious, but his election getting stolen, the two routes to the presidency became clearly defined. And it has its roots in the history of the nation, with Central Kenya having produced the very first president. The rest of the nation started claiming that Kenyatta favored his community to the chagrin of the rest of the nation. And so what happens is that there were murmurs and rumors about politicians from Central Kenya doing this, blah, 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 blah. What came to be is that Central Kenya became this punching bag, became this community that mostly gets isolated by the rest of the nation. But then it happens to be that Central Kenya is vote rich, and it is the wealthiest, region of Kenya. And so in one way or another, they are able to pull strings politically. As was evident since 2013, we all know that Ruto loves early preparations for the next election. As a matter of fact, he started preparing for the 2022 election way back in 2013. I would like to give you the story of the proverbial hyena who, upon hitting a bifurcated road, he wasn't sure where the smell of the meat was coming from. He could either go right or go left. Either way, there was an opportunity cost of a likelihood that he may miss the meat. And so Ruto is in such a situation. He is not sure whether if he walks towards the Kikuyu nation, he's not sure whether Kikuyu nation will abandon him. And having watched how Uhuru was jettisoned to his own benefit, he knows that when Central Kenya drops you, they drop you like a hot potato. And they do it so efficiently and for a long period of time. And so Ruto is in a soul-searching mission at this time. And what he was doing in this whole scenario is to try and test what are the likelihood of Central Kenya abandoning him. And he's trying to do a dry run of what that would mean. So in 2027, Ruto has two routes to the presidency, which ever since the 2007 has become to be defined as either the Kibaki route or the Raila route. And the Raila route is what came to be known as the 41 against 1. Ruto's messaging, either by actions, either by commission or omission, seemed aimed at communicating two messages. He's trying to communicate both an anti-Kikuyu message while at the same time trying to embrace the Kikuyus. The whole thing about the EALA vote was all about sending a very clear message to Central Kenya while trying to reassure the 41 tribe zone that voted for Raila, which I would call the orange zone, if Central Kenya does not stand with me, I'm willing to stand with you. Ruto also has the option of going the route of 2 against 40, which has been happening since 2013. The Uhuru Ruto was pretty much a 2 against 40. Then came 2017, 2 against 40 with a little bit of expansion of the voting basket. And then 2022, which is pretty much the tiny yellow zone that turned out to be vote rich. It's going to be interesting seeing which direction Ruto is gonna go. This time with the EALA vote, I think it was the culmination of the non-Kikuyu tribes within Kenyakwanza wondering why Central Kenya was being rewarded heavily, and why can't they let these EALA positions go to the smaller tribes. And so I think that is how it came to be. I think Ruto knew that it's going to be heated, and so he made it democratic. And when he made it democratic, people became very honest, with what directions they wanted to go. And who knows? I mean, maybe the outcome embarrassed Ruto, and maybe what happened in Parliament was an attempt to correct that which had happened in the Kenyakwanza parliamentary group. So only time will tell what exactly happened in Parliament as opposed to what happened in the Kenyakwanza parliamentary group. All right, thank you.